up the hill. It is flying up this hill. I made it to Marco. Didn't seem like I was going to ever get here. My morning just seemed like it just, you ever have what the hell is that? You ever have a morning where it feels like you're like walking through quicksand or trying to run through quicksand? That's kind of what it felt like. It felt like I just had a big mountain of shit I had to get done before I could get out of the house. But here I am. It's just about lunchtime. And originally yesterday I mentioned that I was going to maybe bring the Z10 along, and I came up with a better idea, or at least I think it's a better idea. I actually brought the V11 along with the V12. And I thought it would be interesting to run the same test on both wheels, do the same amount of laps up and down the hill, and see how it acts, because everybody remembers when Marty took the V11 to Overheat Hill, how it performed so poorly. Now that was a pre-production V11, that was not a production V11, but he never went back with a production V11. So I'm just curious how the V11 will handle this compared to the V12. So that's the plan. Let me get geared up and see if we can get this set up. I'm actually just doing a real quick back and forth here just to burn a little bit of battery on the V11. We're going to do the V11 first because both wheels just came off the charger, and you may or may not be aware that sometimes there can be a dangerous situation if you have a wheel that's fully charged and you take it onto a decline and you overcharge the wheel, and in some situations it can actually make it shut off. So we don't want to do that. So I'm just trying to burn a tiny little bit of battery before we start here. Starting temperature on the wheel showed is 82 degrees, by the way. So that's going to be the main number that we're looking at, how hot this wheel gets. And as you can see, we're going up to the top here. We're setting up and you can see this is steep, man. It's not that long, but it is steep. All right. So what the route's going to be is down there, and then down there, down around that corner. The hill continues down there. I'm going to set a camera up here at the top just to track my back and forths. And the number I came up with in my head, not scientific by any means, but I figured that I will try to do 20 up and downs with each wheel and see what happens. All right, you can see the hill behind me. One time over and back is going to count as 1, not 2, but 1. So it'll be actually a total of 40 hills if everything goes as planned. So I have the Inmotion app running. It's going to be annoying that it's not going to recognize me without unlocking it. Okay, motherboard temperature starting point after doing that little warm up, 100 degrees. So let's take a picture of that. 100 degrees. We've gone 0.9 miles so far. So then this will give us an idea of how much back and forth we're doing distance-wise as well. So not really sure what to expect here, guys, but let's get going. V11 test starts now. All right, here we go. I'm not trying to keep a certain speed. I'm just gonna roll. This is a marathon, not a sprint. All right. And I've never done hill testing at Marco on the V11. You might remember with the production model or the pre-production model, I actually had it in Pennsylvania when I was on a road trip to Pennsylvania. I rode a cornfield there. It had a very steep hill. V11 pre-production did okay on that one. It took me up it no problem. But I've never done this hill circuit with the V11. And like I mentioned earlier, when Marty took the pre-production up Overheat Hill, it didn't even make it to the hill. It basically was overheated before it even started. So I'm very curious to see how we do here. So after one up and back, oh, this is annoying that the phone's going to lock on me every time. I really need to do a alternative face unlock. All right, so after one up and down, we're at 115 degrees. Fahrenheit, by the way, not Celsius, Fahrenheit. Lap 2. So 1 up and back, pop the temperature up 15 degrees. No brakes. Okay. It's 2 laps. 122 degrees after 2 laps. And if I see thermal runaway going on, obviously I'm going to stop. I'm not interested in damaging my wheel. So I will be checking it. We are on hill number 3. Back and forth number 3. Luckily there's not a lot of traffic in this area, but I do still need to be careful. No pads, as you can see. We are pad free. Sometimes when you have big feet, you can still apply a decent amount of leverage even without pads. I'm just curious if we'll get to a point where the temperature levels off, or if it's going to keep creeping up each run. Okay, so that's 3 complete. 3 back and forth complete. Number 4. $127 degrees on trip number 4. So thus far it continues to creep upwards with each run. The V11 and the V12 have no auxiliary cooling. There's no fans in these wheels. It's just all the cooling is supposed to be done via heat sinks. Supposedly the V12 has a much bigger heat sink area than the V11. All right, number 5. All right, 135 degrees. It is not leveling off. Definitely not leveling off. I might make this a 10 back and forth. I think that might make more sense. I think we'll get the data that we need after 10 probably. And it'll take less time. Okay, we are completing back and forth number 5 on the V11. And we have a Cadillac Escalade behind us, so we will let him go. And here we go, back up. Now lap 6. Let's do the temperature check. Lap 6, all right, 136 degrees. All right, that was the least amount of increase since I started. It only went up a couple degrees from the last back and forth, so maybe we are reaching a plateau temperature, hopefully. And I guess it's important to mention that my riding weight, probably with all my gear on, probably between 195 and 200 pounds. So it's not like I'm a 130 pounder. It's moving a pretty substantial amount of weight right now. Okay, back and forth number 6 complete. Let's start number 7, and let's put our damn code in again. Let me get this person stopped here. 138 degrees. All right, so it's gone up 1 more degree. Temperature spikes definitely seem to be slowing down. Well, the temperature increase is slowing down. Yeah, I'm only gonna do 10. I'll lose count going to 20. According to the app, I'm going up the hill at, 14, 15 miles an hour, so it's not like I'm crawling. Okay, number 7 complete. Beginning circuit number 8. All right, we hopped up a little bit there. I'm showing 140 degrees now. $140. I'm curious how the V12 will feel braking down this hill, because it's widely known that the braking characteristics of the V12 aren't spectacular. I'm just curious how controlled I'll feel. Although I heard that the latest firmware on the V12 actually helps the braking behavior somewhat, which I have not upgraded to yet. Okay, we are doing number 8 right now. Actually, I saw that there was a prompt to upgrade the firmware on the V11 as well when I turned it on. I have not done that either. Okay, only 2 more to go. Let's see what our temperature is now, going into circuit number 9, 142, still increasing. 142, and now it says that we're up to 3.3 miles. So, this is like over 2 miles of climbing and declining constantly. The motor still feels very under control, braking there, no problem. And it's not like I'm getting a momentum when I'm hitting this hill, as you can tell. I turn and I'm right on the incline. I'm not getting a run up to it or anything. All right, here we go. Lap number 10. So far, the V11 is performing well, I think. Okay, with temperatures bumped up again, 145. All right, one more up and down. I can hear the fan, like it does have a fan, I should say. That the fan is for the lamp, for the headlight actually, but like when the wheel does get to a certain temperature, that it does turn on. I'm not really sure what benefit it actually has for the cooling the internals of the V11, but the fan is on. All right, here we go. We are at the bottom. What do we got? The V11 has survived. Okay.
What's the max speed on that?
What's that?
What's the max speed?
This one can go about 30 miles an hour.
Wow, it goes up pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right, take care.
See you, man. Okay, so I just took a screenshot of that. It said that my motherboard now is at 140, so let's try still 145. 3.8 miles for the total trip, so just under 3 miles, give or take 10% of up and down, constant up and down. That's a pretty good duration. I'm now at 93% battery. The max power drawn, 2,600 watts during that. So, okay, so let's go get the V12 and see how it compares. I'm quite curious, but the V11, it's okay. That's some substantial work here. This, like I said, this isn't the longest hill, but it is. It's pretty steep. It really is. And the V11 survived. Highest temperature I saw, 145 degrees. Okay, again, we're doing a little pre-burn here on the V12. Used up some battery, just a little bit. And don't let me forget to grab the GoPro 8 that's at the top of the hill. I just imagined myself forgetting it, and we don't want to do that. All right, here we go. Let's establish our starting point. 0.5 miles on the odometer. We'll take a picture. Starting point, starting temperature, 93 degrees. 10 up and backs. Here we go. It's going to be interesting to see how this feels in comparison. I can tell you going up the hill, it is flying up this hill. Going up is definitely easier than it was on the V11. It hauled ass up that hill without me trying to really make it haul ass. Braking's fine. I think it's more fast braking is what you'll notice on the V12. If you're trying to do emergency braking, it might have a little bit more fade than you would expect. Now you can change that braking behavior, but out of the box, it's gonna feel like it could stop you a little bit faster. Yeah, it's definitely, well, I mean, a smaller wheel is gonna have more torque, you know, so I can definitely feel a difference climbing that hill. It kind of vaulted over that hill, which is cool. All right, let's see how much our temperature went up after the first run. 99 degrees, still below 100. And I think I said we started at what, 93? All right, so, I mean, I'm expecting a similar curve to the V11, but with hopefully a lower top temperature. Okay, lap 2. Yeah, this thing it rips into the hill, man. It rips into it. It does not seem to care that I weigh almost 200 pounds fully geared. It's just charging. All right, 102. So already we are seeing smaller jumps in temperature with the V12 compared to the V11 after the first couple laps. Here we go. Man, the power difference is dramatic, man. It really is. Wow. Yeah, this will take less time than it took in the V11 for sure. All right, that's 3 down already. This is lap 4. We're at 106 degrees. Definitely lower temperature than the V11 at this point. Definitely much faster pace up and down the hill. And don't let me forget to get the GoPro. Okay, 4 laps down, 109 degrees. Lap 5, still feels strong. All right, we're about halfway done. And so far, the V12 is impressive. Very impressive. 111. If I remember correctly, the V11 was probably pushing 130 at this point. We're on cycle number 6. Okay, after 6 laps, 115. Lap 7. Starting lap 8, 2 to go here, or no, 3 to go. 117 degrees. See the car in front of me? I can go as fast as that car, and I can catch up to that car if I wanted to. Still charging up the hill. Hi, Mr. Turtle. What's up, buddy? This is like a big tortoise area. They're all over the place right around here. All right, 2 laps to go. Say hi to Mr. Tortoise. Can you see him over there? Hi, buddy. "118 degrees. Circuit number 9. This is definitely going to best the V11 significantly on this test. Significantly. But the V11 did fine. I mean, this was a tough test, man. Just constant stress for close to 3 miles. All right, 1 more lap to go. Hi, buddy. You gonna cross? Okay. Okay, we hit 120 degrees. And here we go. Last back and forth. Still hauling ass. Okay, this is the last incline. Let's go quickly. Man, oh man, geez. I was up to almost 40 kilometers an hour according to the onboard there. With no momentum, just up the hill. Hi, buddy. Okay, well, needless to say, the V12 survived. And then some. Let's take a picture here. V12 smashed that test. 124 degrees. So the max I saw on the V11 was 145, so 20 degrees less on the V12. That's significant. That really is significant, and handling it much quicker. My pace back and forth was significantly faster on the V12, so there you have it, guys. Cool, huh? All right, well, now I'm gonna go get the GoPro. I didn't forget. Mr. Tortoise, hi, buddy. You're famous. Mr. Tortoise. There it is, still there. Hopefully still recording. Hopefully it didn't overheat. You son of a bitch, I think it's off. Is it off? Yeah, now it's recording again. It's stopped though. And we'll see how much it recorded. Not a big fan of the GoPro 8. Oh, you're still recording. Okay, hi. All right, guys. What do you think, man? That was kind of interesting. At least it was to me. You know, Inmotion said that they did things to make the V12 better at thermal dissipation than the V11. And at least from that test, it sure seems to be the case. Significantly cooler, significantly more power going up and down those hills than the V11. That being said, the V11, it didn't burn up. It it performed just fine. 145 degrees. The fan only started to kick on towards the end of that. And like I said, each run was it was at least 2.5 miles of up and down, and might be a little bit more than that. So good little test. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, Please think about giving the video a big thumbs up if this is your first time visiting the channel. You can think about subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell so you're notified of all upcoming videos, live streams, all that kind of fun stuff. Or you can become a member. I apologize, I didn't mention my members in the last video. My fantastic members, last time I checked, I have 9 of them, channel members. It's inexpensive, a lot of cool perks. Check that out if you want by hitting the join button down below. It will tell you what you get. And other than that, feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below about the performance of the V11 and the V12. I thought that was kind of cool. So that's all I have for now, guys. Hope the remainder of your weekend is enjoyable. Until next time, Duffman out. Where you at, buddy? I just heard you. Where are you at? Wow, you moved pretty fast for a tortoise. Where'd you go? Oh well, the tortoise didn't want to be on film. He said I needed to talk to his agent, so oh well.